Well, hello and welcome everybody to 3.5 Dungeoneers. We're overly slightly out. Okay, now it's good. Hello everyone and welcome. This is week number 14 of 3.5 Dungeoneers. And yeah, it's been a week since we haven't played, so let's have a small recap. What happened last time? Who feels like they're up for that?
Me.
Okay, but first you need to take off the umbrella off your nose. Okay.
It's helping him keep his head up.
Yes, it's helping me keep me.
It's not working though.
Alright. Well, what did you want?
Exactly like what happened last week.
Right.
What if you never watched this show, or you just watched a couple of weeks ago? What can you make us understand what your party is doing? What's happening?
So you want me to make a total recap of day one?
No, not total recap. Just like we're here because of that, and this is how we got here.
So, well, the party is in this entire world because apparently the world is in danger, as you all know, and the party is fighting the
By
red
the way, just tilt your camera down.
The
Thank you.
party. I'm tilting my screen down. Thank you very much.
That's okay as well.
The party is fighting the Red Hand of Doom, which is an incredibly good, nice, and misunderstood horde of lawful good hobgoblins and dragons. They try to renovate all buildings by burning them down, but no one appreciates that, just because they don't ask first. Assuming that our party has reason to fight the Red Hand of Doom, that's what the party is doing. Now, last time, the party suffered a very big loss because their most powerful, handsome, lovely, prestigious, and most of all useful and good mage had to sadly disband because he didn't abide by their evil ways and habits. But it's okay. A new character, a monk, joined the party that will help them carry out this task, not as gracefully as the lawful good mage that abandoned them, but he will do the trick. Now, on more recent terms, the party defeated a dragon on his stronghold and his hobgoblins after a valiant fight. They also fought a marauding band of teleporting ogres. They defeated them as well. And in the loot
he's been trolled enough about the teleporting ogres in every other game that we've played, don't we?
I had to make sure that this happens. In the loot of the stronghold, there was included a chain which attracted the attention of the party because it had an evil vile aura around it, as our level 9 Jesus found out. And we made it to the main city of the Elsire Vale, which is Brindle. It had a lot better name in one of the maps, but Chuky doesn't not like that name. I don't know why. And in the end, we went in that city. We instantly headed for the magic item shop, where the mage confirmed that chain to be the phylactery of one evil... Oh, no, sorry, my mistake. One very good lich. And since the party is evil, they made their objective to go and make sure that lich dies or lives, because they cannot abide good characters.
Well, it makes sense. It makes sense that you would not see what evil and good is, because like nobody that's evil ever sees themselves as evil.
Exactly.
It makes sense. No, nobody really sees themselves as evil. Like there are a couple of exceptions, but most evil, like really evil people, kind of have a justification, a motivation. They're not just doing it for the evil of it.
Of course.
Okay.
I expect you can give me my applause anytime you want.
Yeah, and the Sith were just misunderstood.
Jump around.
Woo! Is it better now?
Awesome. Yes, it is. Okay, so guys, a lot of stuff have happened. You are still at the maid shop, in Mosto's maid shop in Brindle. He has just identified all the magical items you brought to him, including the Witch Factory, and told you what it is. Then advised you that you should definitely go and take care of this issue in the Foreign Waste. Mentions something about destinies entwined and something about this not being a coincidence. But can remember or not remember that. So, you guys are still in the room, still in his lobby, to put it like that. It looks more like a magic item hoarder room. That most of them are displayed nicely, but it does look like somebody is hoarding this stuff.
I also believe, Chuky, he was in the middle of finding me some boots over the last week.
Yes, he was in the... Well, I wrote it down somewhere. Continue on with additional until I find who I wrote
I
it.
even warned you beforehand. You
Yes,
had to
I
have
know.
the shop-
I
you had to have the
it.
shopping list ready.
I have it. I just don't... Okay, so yeah. Continue on. Oh, he has... Okay, I found it. Boots of agile leaping. Boots of big stepping. Boots of dragon striding. A pair of boots of stomping as yours.
Not as good as mine, of course.
The only one. Boots of skating. And boots of tremor sense.
So boots of skating, I'm guessing, allows me to.
Do you want, like, he will explain what they do. Do you want to
Yeah,
ask
the
anything specific?
Dragon Strider stands out as interesting for a dragon hunter.
He says these boots, the description of these boots have a scaly look, as though they were made from a reptile hide. He says, with these boots, no, she says actually, this is, he does not really care much about your shopping. This is the assistant talking to you. These should help you climb and jump a lot easier. There's no magic that needs to be used. They just that's what they do. But once a day, you can try and walk on or climb at the same speed as your walking speed for a minute or so, which has been found really useful by climbers, especially when wyverns or other flying creatures attack them.
I'm guessing
So,
boots.
mechanical wise, you can just you can climb and you can climb speed equal to your land speed. So you wouldn't move at I think it's a quarter of your speed normally when climbing. That or half. And normal with these you just get your full speed.
Do you have any magical rings or necklaces? Or bracelets? For me?
Oh, she shakes her head. Oh, look. You need to understand. Everything is in here somewhere. But...
Well, if she'd just keep everything on a nice tidy PDF, we could just have a look at it. rather than have this poor assistant, wander around the shop. If they need help with the PDF spell, even the dwarfs are quite accustomed to it.
What she looks at Cyril. What did you ask again?
If you have any rings or bracelets or magical pendants, necklaces.
I will look. Oh, something that crosses my mind. We have a veritable collection of chrono charms. If you might be interested in that.
What?
Chrono charms? She looks at you with the idea like you should know this.
Chrono charm?
Yes.
Chrono.
You put them on your tongue.
She points towards Varrak's chrono charm on his neck.
I don't have a fucking chronosphere.
Chronosphere. Oh, you have chronosphere. Yeah.
I don't know what chrono means. That's the wrong one.
So she explains that chrono charms are multiple like small magical trinkets that you put on a necklace. You can use multiple at the same time. You cannot use the same one twice, but you can have multiple magical effects on them, and each of them has a special ability.
Oh no, it is a chrono charm. Oh, I thought it was a chronosphere. It's called a hemisphere.
Yeah, most of them are chrono charms, like those small ones are necklaces.
And what does it do?
She says that they have many of them. She explains the effects of a couple of them at first. She talks about the chrono charm of the Celestial Wanderer and tells you that with this you can slow the perception of time, allowing you a second chance to recognize potential danger. So basically, you can reroll a single listen or spot check.
Yeah.
Okay. She goes over another one, Chromo Charm of the Uncaring Archmage. She thinks this would interest you, or
If I don't cast arcane spells.
let me see. Oh yeah, so you are here.
Mine are divine.
I don't think it has to be arcane for that, mind.
Yeah,
You say that-
no, yeah. You just it allows you to alter your perception of time, allowing you to cast a single spell more quickly. When it is when you activate it, the next spell or of third level or lower you cast has a casting spell of that has a casting spell of 1 full round, can be cast as a standard action instead.
Okay. Like, not too useful. If it did the standard action to move action, then it would be useful.
Oh, she just says, would you be interested in something like that?
No, thank you.
She nods. I'll look for what I have. Oh. She kind of like shakes her head, looking a bit.
Anything that would make my healing more powerful. Even more powerful.
She nods. She nods her head. Anything else? Any of you are interested in? Just so I don't need to come back and look for another different item.
How much for the big stepping boots?
She looks at Renfier and says, "Big stepping." Let me think. Oh, I remember. I got them from a small dragon with a hole in the peak of a mountain. I think I'd ask 7k on them. That's reasonable. Is that good with you, Master Dwarf? He asks. Do you say anything?
Just show 'em my empty pockets.
Oh, sorry. I have already performed this service free, and to be honest, I would like to keep this business going. And giving free stuff is not.
They're not completely empty. I'll not lie, but they're not full. They're not full enough to have that much.
She said, "Well, guess I could bump it down 1,000 gold if that could help."
How much gold do you think you've given us, Chuky? For fuck's sake!
You guys have a lot of.
I don't think we've got 7 fucking K between us.
I have a couple of times.
Yes.
You've got 2 characters worth of gold. That doesn't count.
You have 2 characters.
So yeah, he says about 6k, and then continues on his rambling around the shop and kind of helping his assistant find what you need. You are, for the moment, you are alone in the room if you wish to discuss anything.
Rob the place.
That's something we should do. Definitely not.
Okay,
No, it's
so
exactly what
Definitely
we're not
not
to do.
while I'm around.
Rule 1 of Rogue Club: don't rob the magic store.
If we
Go on.
can't
Oh,
find
what-
anything
what?
useful for us, we should probably just. Well,
By the way, did you have your unicorn with you when you walked into town?
I think
I
I
don't
did,
think
yes.
Okay, good.
I usually ride on it when I travel.
Okay, so she comes back with a collar in hand, a brass collar, crafted in it has like brass in front and crafted in leather in the back, and she says, this is the only thing I could find with healing properties. If my entries on it are correct, it can heal a trusted animal friend immediately.
In out of game terms, as a free action, I heal how much?
Yeah, while the creature wears the collar, you always know its exact hit points total. This is a continuous effect. In addition, you can activate the collar from any distance, as long as you are in the same plane, to kill the animal wearing it. This instantly heals the creature wearing the collar of 50 points of damage, and removes the fatigued or exhausted condition.
50, you say?
Yeah.
Ah, interesting. How much would that cost me?
Again, looks at, and you hear a voice in the back. About 5,500! And she looks at you, you heard him. He knows the prices.
How about
He has his PDF open.
how about I give you this sword and 1,000 gold? And I show them the frost sword. This is a magical sword, by the way.
Yes. Just, okay, good. Well, she takes the sword, looks it up and down. Interesting sword. She looks around and kind of whispers in your ear. You have a good story with it.
Yeah, I killed lots of fire giants. It's a frost
Of
sword.
course.
If you
It's
one
chopped the
second.
heads off many dragons in
One-
my hands.
1 second.
It definitely did not
she looks
go
at you with,
unused for most of the campaign.
She looks with a frown at you and says, well, if you have a good story to it, and tell it to Immerstal, he might be willing to lower the price for you. You know how he loves his stories.
Guys. I turn around and speak to the
How
other
much
party.
is the sword worth? How much is the sword worth? Why is the assistant speaking Romanian all of a sudden?
Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about
Someone
that.
turned off the translation.
Your assistant's broken. She's possessed. Slay her. She's
I turn
possessed.
to the party and say, hey, any of you is very good at making stories?
How much is the sword worth?
Do any of you want to do a praise check? Do you, I think,
I don't want to do an appraise check. I want to ask her how much is the sword worth.
7 down, about
As in to buy.
2,000, maybe 2,500.
It's a
It
plus
has-
one with plus damage. So,
It is a +1 with frost damage on it.
yes.
So it's
yes.
like a +2 basically.
Yeah.
The equivalent to a +2 in cost. It should be pretty good, at least for 1,000, I think.
Yeah, basically Master Longsword would be 200 and something. Then I think +2 would be 2,500. That's about the price she gives it.
Okay. Well, any of you is really good at making stories because we could probably get the price.
I'll give you 2,000 gold for it.
You want to buy it from me?
Yep.
Well, I guess it's more useful in the party. So if you want it, then
How
yes.
else am I going to chop the fucking dragon's heads off? Give him my fucking sword away, you bastard. Yeah, I'll give you 2,000 gold for it.
Okay. Never mind, lady. I don't have enough money to buy it. To buy your necklace for my
You don't?
unicorn.
You don't, or you do?
I don't. I need 5,500. With your 2,000, I go to 4,000. Anyways, I give you the sword and I take the money.
Seems like a devil has died on us. Okay. Well, she says rings. Emilsto is looking for them. I think he'll come up with a couple of interesting ones. We had some, I think a decade or two ago. I don't remember exactly if we gave them away or still have them.
Oh, you give rings
You gave them
that's all.
away?
Maybe in the Fall of West when the Empire died. I can't for the love, and she speaks another language you don't understand. I cannot remember where those damn rings went. It's like I know how they look like, but I don't remember where to put them. If we still have them.
Too bad. Too bad.
Well, I'm gonna look a bit more. Feel free to enjoy the refreshments.
Actually, do you have anything that could help with, small folk like me going unnoticed and such?
I sure look. And she goes on, continues to try and find whatever you guys are asking for. Let's see. Give me 1 second.
Pass our halfling an empty box that's lying around.
What am I, a box troll?
No, but you could be
We
a
could
solid,
also ask if they
could
have
be a solid snake
potions.
instead.
Yes.
Potions could come in useful, like for Valrak. You could, if you had a couple of potions of strength, you could be more useful, even more useful in battle.
I'm gonna say, watch your fucking tongue.
Even more, I said. Don't you think so?
Can you remember that I gave you them braces as well?
You give me what?
I gave you them braces.
Bracelets?
Bracers.
Bracers?
Yep.
I
Or did you
don't
not want
have
them?
bracers in my character sheet.
She comes.
Read our
She-
private chat history on Skype.
You hear her head. You see her head pop out. Says, "I found a ring. Lock picking ring. Only ring we have, it seems.
I like this. How much would it be?
3,500.
Okay, I could do that.
Swingle a bit.
Okay, I'll put it. I'll put it on the tab. Let me see. Oh, and found something. This is quite expensive and quite rare. Emilsto is willing to part with it. I don't know if it would be useful for you. It is a gem. That gives you a vast knowledge on mostly anything. Mechanic wise, you get a 2 competence bonus to any knowledge check. And acts as a spell book as well along a wizard or any other spellcasters who require the spell book to record spells into and prepare spells directly from the raw gem. The gem holds up about 30 spells of any levels.
We don't have mages anymore.
Yeah, well, she just says that. And
No,
it says-
thank you.
Okay, and I'm gonna look for more things, see if we have anything that could help you.
I think.
By the way,
we're
guys, how
sorted.
long are we planning on staying here?
I was thinking we're gonna leave
We're done shopping.
before dark.
Oh, we
Oh, I mean,
are,
how long are we going to stay at the town?
I thought we were gonna stay at least the night. We've been traveling for like a week straight.
Oh
We
yeah,
need-
we have
need-
to we have to sleep.
Yeah, we need
Forgot.
to report to the duty as well.
Yeah, no, we need to find the other party and fight the ghost king thingy. And
No, we need to report to the person in Brindle as well.
and that.
Oh, one more thing that could be interesting for you, and see her pop, like, just basically she coming up flushed, a lot of dust on her face and her hands. She gives, takes out a pair of gauntlets and says, "These should be interesting for any of you who use 2 weapons. If you can hit a creature with at least 2 weapons, you can make the second blow even harder. Mechanical wise, you gain a 2d6 points of damage with the second attack.
So it's basically giving you 2 weapon rend feet free.
Yes.
Yes.
Does the shield class as a second
It is
weapon?
a 3,800, she says.
Yes, it does if you're not using it on your AC bonus.
Yeah, no. I was only joking.
It's not a joke.
It is, because...
And that's about it. Besides a couple of more small stuff, she brings out a ring of floating. You can float upon any liquid or similar surface, and you cannot swim below the surface. If you're underwater, when you put on a ring of floating, you rise towards the surface. You basically just float.
Ooh, how
Can you
much is the ring of
float in
floating?
the air? Or just water?
Upon any liquid or similar surface.
Oh, liquid or symbols. Okay.
2,000 for
So
that.
basically,
The
if you
rogue
can
puts down the money and says, "I want it."
if you get
Okay.
a mage to levitate a bucket while he's standing on top of it.
I think
can
you would
fly.
add weight to that bucket.
Well, no, because you'd be levitating on the water, but the water would be rising.
She brings out a couple of wings and she goes, "Oh, I found him. Okay, here they are. Thanks for waiting. This right here, if I remember correctly, is a ring of healing. Has
What
a
do you
couple
mean?
of charges on it. When you use the charge, depending on how many use you gain, you can heal. They I think they recharge every day. Yes, they do recharge every day. Then she says, "This is a ring of spells, piercing spells, if I remember correctly. You can deal additional damage to spells to a nearby distracted creature.
Can I pierce my healing to make it more effective?
No, I do not
It
think
goes deep
so.
down.
No, this might help. This is a ring of silence spells, and this creates a silence effect centered on you. While this effect lasts, you can cast upon 3 spells, however 3 or lower, without verbal components. You could do it without anybody healing you if you're in combat or trying to be stealthy. That could be useful.
Do you have anything that stops people using magic? I fucking hate magic, to be perfectly honest.
Sorry, counter spell rings. We sold them out.
Doesn't have to be a ring.
It can be anything.
Counter spell items are very expensive, and I think we sold the
Preferably
last
like
one out.
a counter spell flashbang would be absolutely ideal.
What's a flashbang? I know what a flashbang is. There's none in game.
There's only actual Immerstal's ring is a ring of counter spells, but it is I think from what I figured out, it is way above your budget.
Yeah, definitely. By the way, as a
Well,
game,
anyway,
if I
this is what I have. Sorry,
No, no.
go on. This is what
If
I have.
I-
If you're interested, put them up together, see how much it is. So you wanted looks at the rogue. You wanted the ring, the lock picking
rings,
ring,
The
and
lock picking and the floating.
okay, that would be, I think 5,000 sounds good for those 3.
Ah, lovely. That sounds perfect.
She gives them to
So
you
yeah,
and takes the money.
I'll drop a 5,000 gold.
Okay, good. You drop the 5,000 gold. She gives you the rings, and says, "Anything else that you would want?"
in as a game talk, if I increase my charisma, my healing also goes up. So,
Yes.
do they have anything that increases charisma?
They do have a. They do have bracers that are highly decorated and embroidered, and those will increase your charisma by 1 point.
Yeah, and I'm on 16, so that would not bring me over.
No, but you could
Get me closer.
if you get yourself closer in the next stat upgrade, you could get it up.
How much would that cost?
They are 2,000 gold, and once per day you can increase your charisma for 5 rounds by 4.
Okay. I give her 2,000 gold.
Okay. She gives you the braces and says, "Is that all? Anything else you'd be wanting?" She looks at you expectantly.
Did you say 4 or 5 rounds?
For 5 rounds.
Okay.
None of you respond to this?
I'm good. This is all for me.
I'm good.
The rogue is good. He puts the rings on his fingers and like, ooh, shiny.
Okay. So what is your plan now?
Do we have to go somewhere? Like now? Or are we staying in the city? I
Stop
asked
this
my
fucking
party.
conversation.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, we just had this conversation.
Well, I forgot. I'm drunk. In character.
We're looking for someone in this town and then go.
Alright, lead
Maybe
the way
some
then.
guides.
Okay. Well, if she says, if that's where you're going, I can't really help you much. The old should be waiting up in his manor if he has word of you. But many people have been coming here. Many lords, many with their requests. I think it'll be some time until he will allow you to see him.
By the way, one last question about this bracers.
Go on.
To activate them, is it a standard action or a free action? Or a swift action? Or
It is a swift action to activate him.
okay, thank you.
Okay. So at this point, a Melstall pops up from the dusty shelves in the back room, and he says, "Well, that should be all. It's been a pleasure meeting you, Dungeoneers. I would like to know of further of your adventures as you go on, and if you bring up a good story, I'm sure there will be a reward with that."
I tell him if he wants to hear stories, then he
I mean,
needs
we
to
can
be.
tell him the story of how some of us got drunk with a giant. Was it giant or? Larak, you should remember. You got drunk with him.
Yeah. I was going to tell him if he wants to hear our stories, he needs to be in the trading yard tomorrow at dawn. At the
Yeah, I
crack of
just said-
dawn.
I would suggest you might have your own plans, I understand, and you do have more information than I do. But I would suggest traveling to the Throne Waste as soon as you could. I could get you there very soon. If you would like my help, I can offer it for free, of course.
Yeah, I was going to ask what the fastest way to get there would be.
Do you see him? You see it, pointing at himself.
Someone knows how to do balls.
Or teleportation.
I have had a lucrative relation with the dwarven god, the dwarven king, Ragnar. I do still possess a couple of dimensional mirrors and parts of it in his mountains, my former shop. If you like, I could provide one such for you. An easy way from here to there, but beware, it is almost impossible to get back the way you came.
Almost.
Almost, because I am the only one who can activate them.
Ah. Okay, not
Well,
even if I
with
jump,
always one
not even
back.
if I jump up and down wearing red high heels and click my heels together and say I wish to go home to Kansas.
I do not know that story. To be honest, I do have heard of it. This wonderful hour is a wonder to behold. I've heard of several people.
Yeah, well, we'll probably be leaving tomorrow, I think, by the sound of it. But
So
like I
there's-
say,
you know what is best. But as I said, I would suggest leaving as soon as possible.
Yeah.
I do not. No business comes to mind that could keep you here. But then again, you know best. I will leave you now.
We haven't
Gone?
really rested, and if we continue on, we're not going to do well with no rest.
Well, let's go tonight. I do have a guest house. If you wish to rest there, feel free.
Thank you.
And he pops out a small cylindrical key. Here's the key. There's a bit of dust. Not many people have been there, but Irina keeps it pretty tidy.
Thank you.
thank you very much.
Okay. Well, I shall leave you now. I need to attend to my studies, and I hope we shall talk soon.
And we leave.
Yeah. If I remember rightly, were we at about like 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon when we stopped?
No, I think it was. You guys got here. Oh, yeah,
I thought we got there quite early in the morning because we went through the night, like
yeah,
about 10 o'clock.
yeah. You went for that. I remember. Okay. Nick, camera again.
Mm.
Oh, you're eating. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, you got there about. This is about like 1-2 p.m. But you guys are all kinda. You guys are all kinda tired.
They are.
You are
they
as
found me
well.
sleeping.
You are
But
as well.
you're fucking wrecked, dude.
Yeah, you are drunk out of it. You have a hangover. I mean,
I do not. I'm immune to hangovers. I remind you that.
You drank twice your fucking body liquid mass in fucking alcohol.
I
Yes.
just pee a lot. I'm literally immune to hangovers. The only drink that can affect me is like poison or something magic.
well,
Devil, we'll leave that one to you.
Okay, so yeah, you're all pretty tired. I mean, if you don't sleep soon in like 10 hours, something like that, you'll be fatigued.
Yeah,
I remind you that they found me sleeping. But I can abide to the rules if you want.
I mean, you can be rested. You can be more rested than they, but they are tired.
Alright, I will abide to the rules. I abide to the rules.
Nicky's just said you don't have to. Jesus Christ. Are we gonna go see this guy today then?
Yeah, we should have time.
It was a woman, wasn't it? It was a woman who departed with Brindle, wasn't it?
It was the woman who departed from Brindle. If you any of
two
you would
remember.
like to go a intelligence check to see
Yikes.
what you recall.
I can try, but nope. I don't even remember the gender.
No idea. It's a woman departed from Brindle. What?
Are you sure it was for here?
Varrock
Was it?
is
Yeah,
like,
we were on our way here. She carried on here. We left.
Are you sure?
Yes, because she sent somebody to go to the dwarves to get the dwarves to come. Yes, I remember. I just don't remember if it was a man or a woman because it was quite hard to tell.
I must have been looking at something else.
And then why else did we come here? Because you all
Good question.
remembered last week.
Good question.
well,
Anyone else can roll? Something higher than 7.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
you guys were on here. You guys.
I mean, I could roll, but I wasn't there, so
Yeah,
it would.
you guys were here for to get to. You're basically on your way to the phone waste. This was the closest. Yeah, Hennessy. You remember a bit. So you were here to get to the phone waste. So this is what was. You had to decide between a straight route to Thorn Waste, passing close to the Red Hand Army at Timon's Gap, where they are currently fighting. I'm gonna actually move you guys to the
Oh,
map.
this was well before that.
No, this is where we decided to actually come.
Oh, was
here.
this was after the fucking Drallan's Ferry. We left Drallan's Ferry with a woman. A woman carried on to
No,
Brandel.
this was the other. Why you are here? That was the question.
What was the question? I want about meeting the woman.
Yeah, I mean you can be about whatever you want. Hennessy roll for why you are here. Didn't you, or did you roll for the moon?
We were all rolling for the woman. I know why we're here. We were here because we didn't
we know why we're here. I
Okay.
thought I was rolling for
because
the
we
woman.
didn't think
Yes,
it was a good
yes.
idea to
So the
walk
woman-
within 10 feet of a fucking army of orcs.
The woman
Goblins.
is Captain Sorana. You remember her name. She is a Lion of Brindle, the captain of the guard itself. She was ambushed by the same ogres that you guys fought up north. And she asked you to go up north and finish out the ogres. She never mentioned anything about coming back to Brindle until you finished it. Actually, she hasn't mentioned you coming to Brindle at all. She just
But
asked.
she was coming. She was coming to Brindle.
She was coming to Brindle, yes.
Yeah, so obviously it's best to let her know that we've done what we said we were going to do.
Maybe she has a reward.
Yeah. Or was it just an automatic quest completion and you don't need to go back to the question mark?
Who knows?
Let's
Did we
go
see
back
some
to the
gold
question
drop
mark.
from the sky?
Okay.
Killed Telesork? I don't think so.
Yeah, but then I get
So we go to the captain of the guards.
I'm trying.
all you want to do is niggas just hold the head up. It's like, oh no, no.
Okay, so
We ask around for where the captain
just
of the guards
to
resides.
put it out, he is not drunk and he is not high. That doesn't happen.
It's just my brain is too heavy, so my head falls. You know.
That-
Yeah, but it's full of shit.
I just try to bring you out of the pit you're in, and now you just dumped yourself right back into it.
Exactly.
It's like, I'm not drunk, and you take out the bottle of water. Hello, yes, water, yes, yes.
Right, but yeah, let's try to find this captain lady. I'm guessing the barracks would probably be a good start, or the castle.
Probably.
Didn't you say there was like a hilltop fortress or something on the map?
Okay. Well, 1 second. Let me just put your map and back into the map of Wendell. It is easily visible. If you look at the map exactly, you'll see that there's a small hill raising up in the middle of and number 18 is the actual keep. It is the biggest, almost the biggest structure, in Brindle next to the temple. And it is easily visible from your position here. You can get there like through the streets. It's a straight path, almost a straight path. The city itself is you have a guide as well, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
A boy you have hired. Okay.
Yep, we go there.
Okay, you walk through the streets of Brindle, and get to the house of the road, the estate in the middle. Very many people are cramped. There are citizens along basically the walls of this whole thing. There are lords with their knights and squires to their side, waiting in a line waiting in a line that you have never seen something like that ever from people that are nobles and such. It is weird to see this. But there are many people just waiting in the courtyard. Some are cold inside. Some are just muttering under their breaths. Some are happy to be here. Some are very angry. It's all matters of people seems at the Brindle Keep right now.
Ask the what was he, Squire? What's going on?
Many lords and ladies came here. They abandoned their forts, their keeps. Some of them didn't want to be here, but they couldn't really survive. Their Timon's Gap held a lot of noble names. It had jewel mines close by. Now most of them are here, and they all have petitions or something to ask from the Lord. And he shakes his head. It's like they think he isn't trying to save their lives. They're just in it for the profit.
Can I get to the door leading to this place? And is there anybody guarding it?
Do you ask the boy?
No, I'm looking.
You don't see the entrance. There was too many people cluttered around. You can see though a couple of guards stacked up on a stone staircase going up, but there is a balcony just halfway through, and you don't really see what's up going in that balcony. So like where the stairway is going, you don't see if there's a door or something of the sort.
I'll ask the boy then, is that the way to get to the Lord?
Nods his head. The 350 steps, yes. They spiral around the back and enter in a... There's no other way to get inside. It's a very defensible spot. Walls are thick. It's marvelous. My dad used to work on it, built it with his own hands and an art of dwarven smiths.
I'm gonna barge my way up the steps.
So you start moving up the steps. I mean, you start going through the steps.
Yeah.
Do you dismount?
I drag War Donkey behind me.
People are you're taking the donkey or the pony because
The donkey with all the dragon heads.
yes. So you
Excuse me, madam. Dragon hunter coming through. Excuse me, important business. Get out the fucking way!
A lot of people are like, what is this? They kind of like they hastily get along the way. Some of them still talks to say, "You wretched commoner, how dare you?" And so on. But they, even as they talk, even as they throw insults at you, they still go to a side, not hindering your path.
Yeah.
You get to the entrance, and the guards cross their halberds and say, "What is your business?"
Are we all at the entrance, by the way, or is it just following?
No, but I do have a plan. How high was it?
You don't see the end of it. It's like
No, I mean how? Like when I get to the top, how high is it?
No, you didn't get to the top. This is the start of the stairs. The guys are
This is
here.
the start of the stairs. I thought
Yes.
I pushed my way up the stairs. I
no.
haven't even got to the stairs yet.
You have got to the stairs. You are at.
Oh my
the
god,
foot of
is there
the
people queuing up the stairs or the stairs
Yeah.
empty?
The stair is empty. There are
Oh,
not,
thank
no
fuck for
people.
that. I'm gonna say I'm
the
never gonna
guards-
get past them.
The guards are waiting. Basically not waiting, guarding the staircase.
Yeah, did everyone follow me or did you just watch me do this?
Cyril, Alexander, Henderson.
I'm not Alexander anymore, and I followed
Sorry, I
him.
forgot your name. Yes, exactly. We should
It's on
definitely change
Roll20.
the overlay. Yes, we should definitely change the overlay. Go on.
I will stay behind.
Okay, I will
Yes.
call you Alexander just for the doing of this session until we change the overlay. So,
Karush, come on, Karush.
Karush.
Call me Bob. Call me Bob. Call me Bob.
No,
Bob.
no. It's just because your name tag is there like that, so it will cause confusion if I don't. I just
Call him
gonna
Nick. Just
Yeah.
call him Nick.
Nick is easier.
Right.
Easier.
Yes.
Okay,
Right.
so all of you follow in your dwarven compatriots way. No? Cyril, you're waiting back? Okay, Hennessy? Hennessy, you're muted.
I'm hanging back. No tangle with the guards, please.
Nick?
I am right behind him, and I suppose they wouldn't let me carry my barrels around, but I still have my magic barrel.
I mean, you have your barrel, and nobody's really stopping you, just to point this out. Like,
Yes.
there are a lot of knights, a lot of squires, unless you're moving in a, like, offensive manner, that's when somebody's gonna point it, but if you just, like, move with your stuff, easily, and
I have left my carriage with the 2 barrels next to the
people
whatever
stare at
were-
you, people, like,
whatever
openly
we're
stare
selling.
at you.
and
Yeah.
I hold my magic barrel like on top of me, like not to make it more difficult for people to pass. I'm like behind the dwarf like this.
Yeah, people are like openly staring at you, but none of them hinder your pass. You're a
If
bit
anyone looks at me in the eyes, I want to smile. Like
it's a warm red cheek to smile.
yes.
Do you have any facial hair at all?
He should. I imagined him to be like start balding over there, but facial hair.
So like a balding head, a bit of hair here, a
Yes,
beard
yes.
here.
Like you've
Yes.
just started to give it a bit of shine on top.
Yeah, with a bit of a wax, and people kind of like stare in the window to make their hair in the morning as like in your head.
Yes,
We
exactly.
don't have a mirror. Let's use Karush's head.
It can be used as a dimensional mirror.
Okay. So you both get there. The guards wait for an answer from Volrak.
Here I go. Gentlemen, fellow guards, I have, as you can see, I have been battling on the enemy front lines, and I apologise for disorganising your queue and offending the nobles, but I need to see the Lord now. It's imperative for the defence of Brindle. I'm sure you understand. If I could be next to see him, that would be very much appreciated.
Yeah,
I
they
would
kind of
like
whisper
to-
between themselves and say, "Are you from Timon's Gap?"
No. I'm technically not even local. However, I've been all around from Drellin's Ferry all the way up to the waste, the marshlands of Rest.
West?
Combating the enemy.
Oh, yes. Captain Solana had mentioned you. You should have mentioned her name. Yes.
I couldn't even remember if it was a she 20 minutes ago. So
They look at you with the eye raised up. Well, I definitely never forget Captain Solana.
that's because you're at eye level. You see, dwarfs don't have that privilege.
He kind of does this. Eh.
Yeah, it's a hard life.
Oh, come on. Well, I shall escort you. Demon, are you okay here? And the other guy nods his head and kind of gets a position in the middle of the stairs, and he turns around and says, "Now go fast. These nobles are not going to be happy when they see this."
It's alright, I have a plan for the nobles as well, but they can wait.
You start
Do you-
going upstairs, and you hear,
Can the donkey come up the stairs or not?
Wait a minute. I'm going to ask the guards if I can distract the nobles while he's up.
That might be a good idea, actually.
distract the nobles. With
Yes.
what?
Well, I mean, am I allowed?
You
I
know
want
what?
to-
You can try. Yes, it's.
I'm going to start going around, and I'm like, sorry for apologizing. The lords offer free beer, free top quality beer from the north. I still have the cask, I know.
Okay, do me a persuasion check. Sorry,
Okay.
diplomacy.
Diplomacy.
I'm getting my 5e combined with 3.5. Go on.
Well, that's a D20. Oh, that's horrible.
Ale from a peasant like yourself.
Oh,
Such
dear.
insolence. Such. I
It's
demand
actually-
to speak to the Lord. And
It's actually masterwork.
an uproar. Yeah, I know, but it's like
Actually, it's a masterwork barrel, you know.
people don't really care. There's an uproar. So, and the guard, Damon looks back, You should better move now. I don't know how much I can keep them like this. Come on, go.
I'm half. I go, but I'm more.
You're not there. You're not there. You're between the people. It's not.
I'm between.
Yes, they are crowding you. They are pushing you away.
They're pushing me away. Do you want me to fight these people, Chuky?
No, they're not fighting you. They're not openly fighting you. So as a crowd kind of gathers in. And
You just imagine that you're holding
Alright,
the last. You're holding the last
start-
copy of Call of Duty on launch day.
Yes.
This is what's happening.
Alright, I start. How many tumble checks to get to the door and follow Wolverine?
There's nowhere to tumble. That's the problem. You need a space to tumble, and when you can't land another.
Alright, how many bull rush attempts?
You can attempt a strength check to see if you want to force your way through. But just pay attention. I'm saying force your way through.
Alright, in one turn, I take a sip from my barrel, just for the record, and I use it as a battering ram to force my way through these people.
So do you actually battle ram it, or do you guys just keep it in your hand and start moving?
I keep it in my hand and start moving after taking a sip.
Okay,
So
easily you can get there, but at this time Damon is telling you, leave the donkey here, go up. It might be okay. I can pass you off as a messenger.
I never waited.
Okay, yeah, you never waited. You're up. The donkey is down there. When you get there, Nick, the guard says, "Stay here. I can pass him off as a messenger.
Stay
And
here.
I might still need help with these people."
So he wants me to stay outside, basically.
Yes, there are a lot of people there, and they're in an uproar. They're screaming. They're shouting. I want to talk to the Lord. I demand an audience with the Lord. And they continue on with this, and they basically kind of stay back with their halberd like this, and he's looking at you like, I don't know if I can keep them down myself. You look like a sturdy enough man.
Alright, do you need help?
He looks at you again. I just said I need.
Alright, then I will help you, but in case things get ugly, I need a broom.
No. If things get ugly, I cannot stop whatever consequences will happen to you. No, things get angry. You let them trample you. You do not attack back.
Alright, I got it, friend, I got it. I stay there.
They start pushing. Okay, so let's go back to Volak. Volak, you go up. The staircase goes around the keep and into a courtyard that is up. Second. Yes, feel free to roll me for that, Hennessy. You go up around this. You are in a courtyard, a full of life courtyard. It's there are several people here. They don't seem to be the nobles and ladies you have seen before. All of them bear the seal of Brindle, the Lion of Brindle, on their backs, and there are several Lions of Brindle as Captain Sorana, dressed as Captain Sorana, and Captain Sorana herself in the middle near a fountain.
Found the fountain of youth.
Okay, so I think this is a good point to have our break. Because I have some food I need to munch on, and so it's 45 minutes until we have a small break. There's gonna be the overlay up splash screen for you guys, and I'm gonna see you in 45 minutes with more 3.5 Dungeoneers. See you in a couple of minutes.
Cheers.